Now, I'd like to talk to you about how you can use images to make your website look much better. For example, if you have this about page and you just have text, it doesn't look all that great. You can nicely spice it up with some images to make it look better. And I'll just show you how you can do it. Now, most of the time people go to google.com and go to images and then search for images. And that is a big mistake because there's a potential for using copyrighted images, which is kind of like software piracy. What makes it worse is that these images will be used on your website, which will be accessible. A very strong recommendation is to go to a website called pixabay.com. That's pixabay.com. In Pixabay, you can actually get a whole bunch of images for free and you are allowed to use them. So let's say I want to search for computer and let's say I like this first one itself, it's quite nice. I'll just click on it and then I click the image and click on free download and it gives me lots of options. Of course, I don't want the very high resolution one. If I'm using it for a slider, I'd probably use the 1920 HD image size. But in my case, I just want to use it on my about page. So I'm going to choose 640. But this also is a little big for me, but that's fine. I'll use this to begin with. Let me get this one. Let's say I take this one. I'll click on this, free download. Again, I'll choose the 640 image. Let me go back to the about page. And I want to put one image somewhere here on the right, and the next one I'll put it here on the left. So let me first go ahead and edit the page. And I've gone directly into editing the page. I'm going to place my cursor just before what is logarithm. I'm going to put my cursor right here in front of that. And then on top, you will see a button called Add Media. I'm going to click on Add Media and then click on Upload Files. And then click on Select Files. And then in my Downloads folder, you'll see that both these images are there. I can actually select both of them and upload them to my website. And of course, I will probably use this first image here. So I'm going to uncheck this option over here and use this image. Notice on the right, it gives you the details like 640 pixels. It's a good idea to remove the numbers and just use a word or describe the image. So computer with coffee. This is an important thing to fill out the title, the caption, alternate text, etc. Because if you describe the image properly, your search engine ranking goes up. So it's a good idea to put a good description over here. You can choose options like alignment, like left, center, or right. I'm going to choose right. I don't want it to link anywhere. It's just an image as it is. And I can choose to select the size, which is 640 by 425, but that's a little bit big still. So I'm going to go with the medium size. And then at the bottom, it says here, insert into page. This blue button at the bottom right corner. I'm going to click on that. And let's take a look at how it looks. Now I'd like to actually also insert another image below for the text below this. So this time around, of course, I'm not going to place it before the W for the why do we use it. I'm going to place my cursor before it is long established. Just before the I, I'm going to put my cursor over here. Again, I'm going to click on Add Media. This time around, of course, I don't have to upload the file because I've already uploaded it. So I'm going to click on this file, second one. And again, here I'm going to describe this, man writing on pad. And then I'm going to change the alignment to left alignment. And it remembers the last setting, which is medium. I'm going to leave it at medium. And then I'm going to click on to insert into page. And here is the image that's come on the left. Now, don't forget, when you make changes to a page, you want to update that. So the button on the right, blue color button on the right in the center, you click on update so that you save the page with the images embedded inside the page. Once you've done that, you can go and click on view page from either here or on top over here as well. Both options will work. Click the view page. And now let us see how it looks. It looks lovely because, interestingly enough, the text is on the left here. and the image is on the right. And on the second paragraph, we move the image below the heading, which makes it even better. You'll notice that if you put the image where why do we use it is on the right, it won't look as good. You can try it and play around with it to see which is the best location, but I prefer this setting. And I also prefer to have the zigzag option where you have an image on the right, text on the left. Then the next paragraph, you can have the image on the left and the text on the right. And this zigzag approach is better than having images one below the other, because one below the other is very boring, very monotonous, and I don't recommend it. You'll notice a lot of newspapers and magazines, they follow the zigzag approach, which is a very good way to go about it. One thing to keep in mind is that the text size should be just about the same size as the amount of space the image is using. So you might want to change your content to match that. Also, the content of the text should be related to the image that you're displaying on the right, because people will actually look at the image to remember what it is that you're talking about. So although they might read the text, this is what they keep in mind. The image is what they remember the information by. To try and have some sort of a linkage between the text and the image, this will make your website look even better and have better readability. People will be able to grasp and retain the information much better.